Greetings and salutations, my name is JW608. Today we're playing Starmade, and we are in dev build. I need to get out of the habit of saying that. We are in Power Update 2.0, and I am in my mostly functional Ice Queen. Ice Queen 5 at that. We are in the bridge, and I need to find me some gravity. Or the cockpit, I guess, not really the bridge. It's not a very pretty bridge. I haven't decorated it much. It has this turn-onable light. Then I have a couple buttons here. That one turns on red alert. Just walked over that seat. Come on. You have to hit that button there, okay. This one turns on the beacons on the outside. You'll see that later. And this one is a hitch disconnect. We'll talk about that later as well. And I have a cabin light. Turn that back on. And there are 4 seats, pilot, co-pilot, or pilot, co-pilot, and a couple of passengers can ride up here in the bridge. Another red alert button, in case you're not the captain, or the pilot. And here's a little computer room. You also have access to the undock hitch button. There we go. We'll see that in a minute. I want to go through the insides first. And a little chair for computer place, and I just have the name of the vessel. This is a copy of it. The sector, the reactor load, health, and all that stuff. And I'll add more. This is not a complete ship. This is one I plan on using, so I'm going to change things as I use it and see, oh no, I don't like that. I'm going to change it. And probably decorate this room a little differently eventually. That light does not do an awful lot in here. Huh, okay. Anywho, and again with this cockpit, I'm going to rearrange it to the way I like it as I use the ship. Well, they actually fly on this side. Alright, anyway. As we leave, we have a red alert on a corner to the main hall. This is a force undock for my airlock. And I have an airlock here with a simulated pressurization thing. And it's just a USD on the side to cut out for the button to get in and out. And it's rail controlled, it isn't logic based. This here is a force undock. So when you turn this activation on and hit the button, it forces both of those docks to unlock, or undock. So I can force it to undock from something or force something to undock from me. On this way I have 2 bunks, bunk A, and I added little windows, little portholes. Locker, bed, turn the light on and off. Then I have bunk B, which is basically the exact same thing. And come on, close. There we go. Oh, and I have this little cutout into the ship. You can see some of the systems. I added some pipes and some blinking lights, and there's another one here. Except you can't really see the pipe because it's too dark. You can see some of the light effects, and that's nice. This is the bathroom and shower. Turn the light on, it changes the vacant sign to occupied. I have a some medical supplies, a Sapson toilet, and a missile-grade shower. And press the button again, turns the light out, opens the door, and the restroom is now vacant. Here, again, this is another that's going to change as I use it. This is my engineering closet, I guess. There's another red alert thing. My faction block's in here. My main gun is in here. My salvage computer on the other side of this wall is my lazy miner circuit. Then I have undock everything and undock the hitch. So I can force undock from the control room, or the engineering room, should I need to. I've thrown gravity blocks every so often. I need to make this room a little more obvious that it's here. Oh! Ooh! I have a power string coming through here. I need to change that. Oh, I shifted the stabilizers there, that's why. So I need to change the power supply, but this is the cold. It'll hold with 19,000 units of cargo. And since this ship it originally was a minor freighter, I think the Ice Queen now is more of a transport jump ship. That's basically what she is now. And come down the hall. We got a transporter room. And Ice Queen 5. And 3 transporters. And on this side we have a escape pod. It's even labeled escape pod. And when you eject from this escape pod, it locks that door and turns a red light on. So, or locks. It closes this door and puts a red light on. There we go. Otherwise, I'm going to leave this door open. Fewer impediments to escaping. And this is just a really simple escape module. Not even a USD, but it's... I guess it's USD compatible. No, not really, because that's on the right. Oh, that's on the right side. USD compatible, I guess. Anywho. Here is the living quarters. Again, as I said, this is a ship I'm going to be using and living in and whatnot. So I will decorate this as I go. Get a little couch with a table there. A proper dining table. And a kitchen. A kitchenette type deal. Oh, I won't be able to use this damaged pulse very much later. The range really probably shouldn't be that close to the sink, but whatever. And here I have a couple pull-out beds. The textures look funny right there. Okay, I have a pull-out bed, and a pull-out bed that only exists in the 32nd dimension. And a little linen closet. And that button... probably shouldn't be able to see... Oh yes, I added that button in case you get stuck in here, you can... because I actually got trapped in this closet. Terrible, isn't it? So we're just going to close that up. And here's an observation deck. I got a couple buttons in here. A light button, turn the lights on. And a red alert also comes on in here, and that's a light switch for this room. So you want to have your morning tea or morning coffee, you can come into the observation deck and... come on, there you go. Yes, not press U, press O. Press O, not P, O. There you go. And have your tea on this couch and watch space go by. Or if you want to not watch space or want someone to watch you, or you can sit here and watch the starlight, whatever. Just a little observation thing. And basically the inside, I have lots of space on this room. I'd like to fill with something, but as time goes by, I'll probably maybe put a plant or a trophy or something there. Whatever my adventure takes me. I like having these empty spaces and starships so I can fill them up with whatever I collect. Maybe I'll visit a planet I have fond memories of and get a flower and sit on the table or something. Alright, a scrap of ship I'd destroy in a hard battle. I don't know. Just little rooms to add extra customization later. Because that's how you really get decorations. There's a story behind them. Anyway, I did veer from my 5x5x5 templates. I changed these to white instead of orange, because I think I like the feeling of the white better for this ship. Make our way back up to the... Actually, let's stop here. One thing I really appreciated is that the display modules have been modified, so it gives active reactor HP, and all these tags have been updated. Just remember that arrays start at 0, so if you only have one reactor, its ID is 0. Guess you could also pull the ID number. Anyway, let's see. Let's add another sector. Let's speed and speed. I know how to spell speed. Meters per second. There you go. Now when we actually move, that'll go up. We've seen the inside of the ship, now let's take a look at the outsides. Oh. Here's the control stuff for the airlock. I think I went over it somewhere in the video some time ago. I actually don't remember how it works now. Ah, yes. These are stabilization groups, and I don't know why I can see them without having a stabilizer block. And I'm not quite done decorating and whatnot, but this is how far I've gotten. Just the cockpit there, engine or the computer room, observation. That you can open it from this side. That's probably a flaw. I might go in and swap the side of the glass and the display block so astronauts on the outside can't see in. Here's my missile port. Do you have that? Yeah, that's set as current output. There's my mining array, and it'll actually shoot from the inside of these. I need to adjust that. But the Ice Queen has been a U-shaped ship. Well, it's always been, well, no, the first one was kind of a squarish. But a U-shaped ship. There's my traditional 608. These plates here, under those are stabilizers. Undo that. I have 2 AMS turrets. That is a beacon. Let me turn the beacons on. Beacons? There we go. Traveling lights, basically. I have one there. One down here on this thing. And there should be one here. Well, that was supposed to be inset like that. Did it inset in the wrong way? I think it did. Yeah, it inset the wrong direction. Huh, okay. I'll fix that later. And I just have 2 groups of engines. Here's my trailer hitch. It's just half a USD, so I can attach a pod or another ship or something to the Ice Queen. Then she can haul it, supposing it isn't too heavy, because there aren't an awful lot of reactor or mass stabilizers on here. And this thing in previous editions, this was the thruster, and the thruster wrapped around the ship. In this case, I have 2 groupings of thrusters that are here and here. So this is basically a big empty space, and I really need to pull this portion out. In fact, I might even come in and make this extra cargo room. Actually, that's probably a good idea. And I really also want one of you. And can I do something like that? Does that pull that through the ceiling now? Yes, it does. It still does. There we go. That shouldn't. Okay, that doesn't pull through the ceiling anymore. Now, why am I going to pull out these, though? These, what are these? Armor. Standard armor? Well, that's mostly because of weight. Oh, I can't do that. Alright, yes I can. That is not an actual room. Okay. But wait. Oops. Because as I was hulling this thing, or putting the armor on, my thrusters went from 2.5 to 1, 1.5, things like that. So I'm not doing real great on the thruster. Right now my max speed's 148, and anything I can do to bring that up. Mostly getting rid of this mass would be a great way to do that. But you probably don't want to watch me sit in the dark and remove, probably should lighten that. As YouTube tends to make things darker than they really are. There we go. Yeah, you probably don't want to watch me removing standard armor. Also, since we saw each other last, there was an update to stabilization. You're probably wondering why I'm not talking about that, because I wanted to look at the Ice Queen first. And the Ice Queen's going to be a prime example, because she had 4 or 5 groups of reactors. 4 stable, 1, 2, 3, one on the back 4. Okay. So yeah, she had 4 groups of reactors. Let's make sure I'm moving those nodules, or nodes, and it, yeah, that's good. Alright. Now, reactors give you bonuses for every of their 6 directions they see stabilizer groups up to 6. So by having 1 on this side, well, 2 on this side, 1 on this side of the reactor, basically, and 1 on that side of the reactor, I've reduced the distance of reactor to stabilizer. So by having them on multiple sides, I've reduced the distance needed. So, let's see. I'm out of time. I'm going to explain it tomorrow when I'm not inside of a ship. So look forward to that tomorrow, but otherwise, that did increase my efficiency or stabilization for the Ice Queen, because I'd set it up that way unknowingly. So now I have 180.2% stabilization. So you could probably take out this half of the ship and I'd still have full reactor stabilization. Isn't that neat? I did that on accident. Oh, man. Take a look at the... There we go. I'm still working on it bit by bit, slowly by slowly, and let's take a look at the escape pod before I go. That's the escape pod. Anywho, we are over time, and here I am with the basically completed, just waiting on details, and that'll come with time, as I actually fly the ship and change things in Customizer. Anywho, I have been JW608, this has been Starmade. I'll take you cats later.